What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Gobbler Effect, Season 3, Episode 13 here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. My name is Chris Pierce, joined alongside by my co-host and Virginia Tech men's ice hockey head coach Joey Mullen, as always. Coach, welcome back. Another great week for Virginia Tech, ain't it?
Yeah, good one. Had a good weekend.
Well, let's get right into it, you guys. Crazy weather weekend we had here. A lot of snow up and down the Northeast, kind of affecting a lot of teams playing games, especially you guys this weekend. You're supposed to have a doubleheader with Wake Forest on Friday and Saturday night at the lot. Unfortunately, weather did cancel the second game, though you were able to knock out at least Friday night's game with a decisive 5-2 win over the Demon Deacs. Coach, what were your overall thoughts? Let's start with that.
Started out a little slow. You always like to play from in front. Kind of gave up a little busted D zone coverage, give them an easy goal. Kind of didn't look like we were fully engaged that first period. Kind of thought we would just kind of walk through it. Had a spirited chat in between periods. Kind of woke them up a little bit and got them going, and then the rest of the game. I mean, I thought even the first period we outplayed them. We just didn't put the puck in the net. And that's kind of been a story for us in a lot of the games that we've lost this year is plenty of chances, out shooting teams just not finishing when we need to. And they kind of turned that around and went off for like five straight goals. So
Yeah.
good to see them bounce back like that.
Yeah. Well, talking about those five straight goals, those five unanswered goals from the second, heading into the third, it was an eruptive second period, one would say. Another comeback win now, two in a row. You guys had one against Ohio. Now you have one against Wake Forest. You guys, not letting that first goal, in this case, in the first period, really defeat you guys into the final 40 minutes of play. Talk about, your guys' resilient effort into, staying in the game and not when letting that first goal, go by, having your heads down and keeping them up and finishing throughout the game.
I mean, I think we've won a lot of different ways this year. So we're kind of getting pretty comfortable with however the game's going to flow. I mean, it's not always going to break your way at the beginning of the game and you get the first one every night. So it's nice to see that even if we don't score first, that there's no quit, and they're like, all right, we just get the next one and get rolling and just keep it moving forward from there.
Yeah. And one of the playmakers from Friday night's game who's been putting on a clinic recently is defenseman J.H. Lagas, who scored, two goals against Wake Forest, and, he's had himself quite a season, the ACCHO Defensive Player of the Year last year. This year he had the chance to go overseas and play with the M2 regional squad. I mean, just talk about JH as a player, and how you've seen him develop. I mean, he is, technically older than what he's, grouped as a sophomore, but, just talk about his mentality as a player and what he brings to this team.
I mean, he's just a really level-headed player. He never gets really too high, too low. He's very positive on the bench with everybody, always moving everything forward. I might be a little biased, but I don't think there's a better defenseman in this league. I mean, he puts up the points consistently every year. He had 30 some last year. I think he's right on the door of 30 again this year and missed a bunch of time. He missed probably like 5 or 6 games this year. Missed the two against High Point, a few in the first semester with an injury, and still put up that many points and just have that big of an influence on every game. It's fun having him back there. He kind of puts everybody in the right slots, and it makes it easy for the defensive side of things.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you mentioned High Point because that's kind of what I want to really get into next. A big, we have the week coming up with senior week in Towson. But I kind of want to look forward, on Friday, that was the last league game of the season for you guys, and you guys kind of clinched that fifth seed spot, and you're going to go up against the 4 seed, which, is High Point, the team that you got swept against at the beginning of the month. You have a time now to go back and play them again for revenge sake. And as you mentioned, you missed JH last time. What do you see? We'll get into it definitely more next week, but just looking ahead, just seeing what's ahead of you. What do you see out of that matchup or the playoffs as a whole that you're excited for with this team?
I mean, I don't think we played our best against them that weekend. Having JH is puts a little more pressure on some of the defensemen that don't play a ton to step up, and they did a good job for what we asked them to do. It's exciting this year. I think the league is pretty tight, top to bottom. Everybody's beating everybody. I think anybody could beat anybody down there. So I don't think seeds really matter. At this point in the year, like I don't think the 8 seed is going to be a walk in the park for the 1 seed. Uh, Everybody's going to be a tough out, and you got to be ready to play from the start of the game. Like you can't drop 2 or 3 goals and think you're just going to come back because you're a higher ranked seed. It's going to be fun. I think we're ready. I think we figured out a few things over the last couple weeks that have kind of kicked the power play into gear, tightened up the D zone quite a bit in the last few weeks. I mean, we've given up what, 3 is the max that we've given up in the last 3 games against some really quality teams. Like Ohio's a good team, probably one of the better teams we've played all year, and holding them to 3 goals and a loss, and then beat them 3-2. I mean, it was a great confidence weekend for us, and I think it showed last weekend that like we had been down against Ohio, can come back against a good team, so we can do it again. I think Townsend will be fun little matchup for us. A pretty decent D1 team, so it's gonna be a little step up in competition. We fared pretty well this year against D1 teams. I think we're 2-1, so it'll be fun. I mean, it'd be nice to send off the seniors with the win. So hopefully they're ready to come to play Friday and get one of those.
Yeah, and talking about senior night, kind of shifting gears now until this Friday, you guys have 9 total, 2 graduate students, 7, senior class um, players. Just talk about this senior group as a whole and, what they've meant to this program.
I mean, they've been a lot. I mean, you got to think last year was the first time back at regionals in a long time for us, and they were really the catalyst that drove everything. The couple fifth years that we have were big pieces on that team, and the juniors last year that are seniors now were huge parts of that team. A lot of the leadership group is all the older guys. They've really put this program in a good spot, I think, better than when they came into it. So I'm very thankful for that and for them for all their hard work and like dedication. And it's a lot. I mean, they put in a lot of work, do a lot of things that a lot of guys wouldn't. So it's been nice. They'll be missed. Hopefully we can send them out a little better than last year's senior group and maybe get to St. Louis this year.
What are you gonna miss most about this group of kids?
They're just good kids, like good people. Like they're fun to talk to. I talk to a lot of them. Like Tulo's one that we talk all summer. Teo, I talk to him a lot. I mean, they're just good natured people, and I feel like just in conversations we've had over the last few months that they've learned just as much about growing up and being a man and a father down the road and a good husband than they have just playing hockey. So that's kind of the goal for us is we want to raise good young men here and not just good hockey players.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, want to do a little segment here with the senior night players. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, each one of them, and you're going to tell me one word that you would use to describe them. Okay?
All right.
All right. Well, we'll start off with Shane Cook.
Let's see. Glue guy.
Blue guy. I like it. All right. Jacob Davidovitz.
Kind of 2 words, but we'll go unsung hero.
Unsung. I mean, you used glue guy the first one, so
Yeah, we'll
I
go
guess
2 words.
we can do 2 words. We can kind of
We'll
stretch it.
get 2 words. Yeah.
2 words. All right. Chris Kuby.
Intensity.
Intensity. I like it. We got the guy who notched his first goal of the season last Friday, Arthur Sang.
Um, Passionate.
Passionate. I like it. We got TK Trevor Kellogg.
Dedicated.
Dedicated. I like it. All right. Matt Tulo.
Um,
There's a lot of words you can use. So
oh yeah. Spirited.
spirited. It's a good one. It's a good one. All right. We got Teo Lanigan.
Emotional.
Emotional. I like that one. All right. And then we got Ian Key.
Savvy.
Savvy. And finally, last but not least, the captain, Gavin Paduzzi.
Oh man, this is gonna be there's a lot that I can describe him. Historic, maybe? Historic would be a good one.
That fits with everything he's done for this program. I can't agree more with that. Well, they again, as we mentioned, have their final game at the lot, this upcoming Friday. It's gonna for sure be an emotional night for everyone involved. Coach, I'm just gonna say, what are your expectations for that night? And, how do you hope in sending these seniors off with a great night?
I mean, senior night's always a tough one because it's an emotional night. The guys are you're kind of ramped up. It's kind of a long, drawn out pregame, so could go one of two ways. Could get emotionally worn out really quickly, or you get dialed in pretty quickly. So I've been on both sides of it. I think this group is pretty focused, and they're hardworking and they're dedicated to their craft, and they're ready to go. They don't like losing, which is good. I'd rather have a team that hates losing more than they like winning. So I think that's kind of what we've developed a little this year. So I think if they come to work ready to play on Friday night from the puck drop, that will get a good result.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens this Friday night. That'll do it for episode number 13 here of the Gobbler Effect on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Thank you all for tuning in and watching all season long. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe here on the channel, as well as hit the like button and subscribe. Coach Mullen, thank you once again for joining us. The Hokies, as we mentioned, will play their final regular season home game at the lot this upcoming Friday against Towson at the lot for senior night. Those who are unable to attend live can watch the game right here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network with the pregame ceremony starting right after warmups around 7:20-ish. I believe that's how we had it a couple for the last few years, followed by puck drop right a couple minutes after. Uh, till then, let's go Hokies.